Okay, so today the discussing of the concept is line drawing algorithms. So basically computer graphics, if you can identify it by the point, so every point you can providing of the two coordinates, one of your x and as well as one of your y. So these two coordinates can a representation of the point. So when how to draw the line may be consideration of your 2 points, maybe two coordinates. So one of your x1, y1 coordinate and one more of your x2 as well as y2 and x2 coordinate. So basically these coordinates are say after what is the line starting point and what is the line ending point. So according to your concept, so line it is defined by the two endpoints. So where are the beginning point and one more of your end point. So it is density should be defined independent of your line length. So maybe according to the pixel, so what is starting point? For example, how start from your 0 0 and one more of your endpoint as a 50 50. So depends on the points they have to draw with the straight line formations. So basically in our mathematical representation, the line slope should be indicating of your y is equal to mx plus b. So here is the m representation of your line slope and y is indicating of maybe b indicating of your in the intersect of your line. So maybe your representation of your b or maybe sum of your a. So y is equal to mx plus a also. So a is indicating of the intersecting of the point and so this point where how to connecting of your either maybe y axis. So where how to indicating the y line. So that y line can indicate connecting of your a point. So that point should be indicating of your a. So it is this. So here is the connecting of the point. So this point can should be indicating of your here is the B. So B is indicating of your Y intersecting the point. Y intersecting the point. So here is we can start about the two endpoints and a line segments. Two line segments are specified into the positions that is x1 and as well as x1 and y1 and one more of your x2 and as well as y2. So the p1 is consideration of your x1 y1 and p2 is consideration of your x2 and as well as y2. So these 2 points as consideration of your one straight line formation. So we can also determining of the line slope can defining of your m and as well as b intersecting of your can defining of your m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So this is formation of your a line slope. So according to this line can a representation of your one the measure of the concept can using of your DDA algorithms. So where how to representation of your line can using of your three methods. So one of your DDA line algorithms and one more of your Bresenham's line algorithms and one more of your midpoint line algorithms. So these three algorithms can a representation of your line. So if you can see one by one. So first one is the DDA line algorithms. So DDA stands for a digital differential analyzer. Digital differential analyzer. So these algorithm can incremental by the scan conversion method. So the scan conversion method can taking of your the point to point. So this point can incremented through as a where how to including of the real or maybe floating values. So based on the floating value should be incremented by the their next point to the next point. Such an approach of characterized by the performing the calculations at each step using the result can be proceeding of your these following steps. So when how to representation of your either maybe polygons or maybe lines or maybe triangles can using of your the DDA algorithms. So the basic theme is the DDA will be incremental method. So that incremental can providing of a scan conversion method. So the scan conversion method if you can increment by your line by line. So if you can draw any one of the line, that line should be containing of the two parts where how to indicating the first point, that first point pixel they have to incremented by the one by one or maybe one to one. They can reach of the end of the point if you can stopping of your line drawing. So that is the concept of your line drawing. But these line drawing concept can draw with the line based on your floating values or maybe natural numbers, whatever may be our concept. So according to your DDA algorithms, the following of your steps can make sure of you can draw a line. So maybe how to comparing to the Bresenams, the DDA will be more fast calculations. So Bresenams gana manam పోల్చుకున్నట్లయితే DDA అనేది మనకి fast calculation అవుతుంది. It is one of the advantages. And moreover, discussing of the following of steps, what are the different steps can involvement of your the DDA algorithms. So the first one is where you have to line drawing, you must be indicating of your two coordinates. So that is of your x1 y1 and x2 and as well as y2. So these are the two endpoints if you can draw with the line formations. So first you have to calculating of your dx and as well as dy. So the dx, when you have to calculating of your the absolute value, ABA stands for as a absolute value. So this absolute value can subtracting of your x2 minus x1 and dy is equal to the absolute value of your y2 minus y1. So the first step, they have to consideration of your, when I have to subtracting of your both, if dx is greater than dy, then the length is equal to dx, or maybe they can length is equal to dy. It is the first case. So first you have to consideration of your, what is the given of your the coordinates, or what is the given of the two endpoints. The two endpoints should be calculating of your dx and dy values, when the dx and dy value should be verified by the greater than or equal to condition. In the greater than condition, maybe it is true, they are working of a length is equal to dx, or maybe length is equal to dy. So what about the dx and dy ante, where how to draw the slope of the line. So slope of the line can indicating of your from y to x, or maybe x to y. So that is can providing of your length formations. And coming to the second step, the dx is equal to x2 minus x1 divided by length, and if you can calculating of your dx is equal to y2 minus y1 by length. So it is of second step, and they can third step can incremented by your pointed values. So that is x is equal to x1 plus 0.5 and y is equal to 0.5. That is the incremented of your scanning the conversion to line by line. So and the step coming to the next step, I is equal to 0. When I is equal to 0, then now to plot of the point of your x comma y, and the step will be 6 will be increment of the what is the slope of the length of the line, that will be incremented adding of your x value, and what the dy value that can adding of your their y value. So automatically can increment it to the next point, that is of your I is equal to I plus 1. So in case in this step 2 to step 7, the repeating of the each and every formations according to this until the if I is less than length. So I is less than length అయిన వరకు మనకి ఏమవుతుందంటే స్టెప్స్ అనేవి మనకి రిపీటింగ్ ఫార్మేషన్ అవుతుంది. అండ్ ప్రతి రిపిటేషన్ ఫార్మేషన్ కూడా మనకి ఏమవుతుందంటే దే హ్యావ్ టు రిపీటింగ్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ ద స్టెప్ 5 టు స్టెప్ 7. స్టెప్ 5 టు స్టెప్ 7 మనకి రిపీటింగ్ ఫార్మేషన్ వచ్చేస్తుంది. సో ఎవ్రీ రిపీటింగ్ ఫార్మేషన్ మనకి ఏమవుతుందంటే పాయింట్ అనేది మనకి ప్లాట్ అవుతుంది. సో పాయింట్ టు పాయింట్ కనెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్ళినట్టయితే మనకి ఏమవుతుందంటే ఫైనల్గా ఒక లైన్ అనేది మనకి ఫామ్ అవుతుంది అనమాట. ఇది సింపుల్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ లైన్ డ్రాయింగ్ అల్గోరిథం. So line drawing algorithms by the concept of DDA, it is no of the difficult. It is easy formations according to their exam point or maybe normal point. So just the pixel should be count with as a 0.25 will be as a incremented. So 0.25 increment అయినప్పుడు ఒక పాయింట్ అనేది అంటే ఒక డాట్ అనేది మనకి క్రియేట్ అవుతుందండి. సో ఆ పాయింట్ అనేది మనకి ఏమవుతుందంటే మేబీ జిగ్జాగ్ ఫార్మేషన్, ఒక జిగ్జాగ్ ఫార్మేషన్ కూడా ఇక్కడ మనకి ఇండికేట్ అవుతూ వచ్చేస్తుంది అనమాట. అండ్ ఫర్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అవర్ కన్సిడరేషన్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ x1 3 అండ్ y1 as 2 అండ్ x2 as 4 అండ్ y2 as 7. సో ఈ పాయింట్స్ బేస్ అవుట్ చేసుకొని మనము ఒక లైన్ ఫార్మింగ్ చేయాలనుకున్నప్పుడు లెంత్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 5 అవుతుంది, అండ్ dx అండ్ dy వాల్యూ మనకి దే హావ్ టు కన్సిడర్, అండ్ I వాల్యూ మనకి ఇంక్రిమెంట్ అవుతుంది బిగినింగ్ ఆఫ్ 0 కాబట్టి when is I value 0, the calculating of your x is equal to 3.5 and y is equal to 2.5, and the result should be taking of 3.5 and 2.5. The plotting of the point is 3 comma 2, and maybe y is the I is equal to 1 and the pointing of the point maybe x 3.7 and y 3.7. They are taking of the each and every point should be as a measurement. So ప్రతి ఒక్క పాయింట్ కూడా ఇక్కడ మనకి మెజర్మెంట్ చేసుకుంటూ దే హావ్ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ మెజర్మెంట్, అండ్ ఫైనల్లీ ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ డ్రా ద లైన్ ఫార్మేషన్. సో ఇలా మనకు ఒక లైన్ ఫార్మేషన్ అనేది పాసిబుల్ అవుతుంది. And basically if we can DDA, so DDA can providing of some disadvantages. So when how to taking of your compare to రిమైనింగ్ ఆఫ్ లైన్ అల్గోరిథమ్స్ కానీ మనం కంపేర్ చేసుకున్నట్టయితే డీడీఏకి ఏమవుతుందంటే కొన్ని డ్రాబ్యాక్స్ ఉన్నాయన్నమాట. సో ఆ డ్రాబ్యాక్స్ మనం 1 by 1 చెక్ చేసుకున్నట్టయితే, సో ద రౌండింగ్ ఆపరేషన్స్, సో వేర్ ఆఫ్ గెటింగ్ యాడింగ్ ద 0.5. సో ఆ 0.5 మనకి రౌండింగ్ జరగాలనుకున్నట్టు ఇక్కడ యాక్చువల్గా ఒక రౌండింగ్ ఆపరేషన్ పర్ఫార్మింగ్ జరగాలి. అండ్ మోర్ ఓవర్ మనకి ఏమవుతుందంటే ఫ్లోటింగ్ పాయింట్ అర్థమెటిక్ ఆపరేషన్ అవి ఇక్కడ మనకి టైం ఎక్కువగా తీసుకుంటుంది అనమాట. అంటే పాయింట్ టు పాయింట్ నెంబర్స్ మనం తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఆ పాయింట్ టు పాయింట్ యాడింగ్ చేయాలనుకున్నట్టే ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ మోర్ టైం అన్నమాట. అదేవిధంగా మనకి ఏమవుతుందంటే సో పాయింట్ పొజిషన్ అనేది మనకి ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా ఐడెంటిఫికేషన్ కాదనమాట. సో ఎక్కడైతే మనం పాయింట్ని ప్లాట్ చేసుకోవాలనుకున్నాం ఆ పాయింట్ కూడా అక్కడ మనకి ప్లాట్ కాదు. సో ఇలా మనకు కొన్ని డ్రాబ్యాక్స్ అనేవి మనకి డీడీ అనేది ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తాం. సో ఈ డ్రాబ్యాక్స్ మనం ఓవర్కమ్ చేసుకుంటూ దే హావ్ టు డ్రా ఎ లైన్ బై యూజింగ్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ బ్రెసినామ్స్ కాన్సెప్ట్ అంట. సో బ్రెసినామ్స్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ learn by your next video. Okay, thank you.